The US bubble tea market hit more than $500 million just last year. In this video, I'm going to be giving you the Boba Builder Blueprint, my 9-step framework of starting a profitable bubble tea shop in 2026. We're going to be talking about how your bubble tea shop can actually rise from the rest. The one AI tool that replaces a $10,000 consultant, and why you should not spend a single dollar on rent until you've done step 1. A few years ago, I dropped a video breaking down how to start a boba shop. And you guys loved it. More than 500,000 of you guys watched it. But the market in today's age, 2026, is completely shifted and is overdue for an updated version. So without further ado, let's dive right in. If you're not on Instagram or TikTok, you do not exist. Content creation is by far the most important shift in this entire playbook. Do not spend a single dollar on rent, marketing, on anything until you have your first 1,000 followers on Instagram. The shops that win are the ones that already have a community before they open up. Post about your journey, the mistakes that you're making, and even how much money you're losing. Utilize other people's creation. What other people say about you carries way more weight than what you say about yourself. Now, I'm not telling you to become an influencer. What I'm sharing with you is the fact that all your customers are on these platforms. In this video, I've shared with you the different types of videos you can create and the actual know-hows on how you can do it. Step number 2, pick your vertical. Guys, this is super important. 3 years ago, you could open up a generic boba shop and you would do really well. Not anymore. The market has matured. The Asian food and drink craze is mainstream now. This means that there are way more boba shops than there were 3 years ago. Think about how you personally would order boba. If I'm craving for something more coconutty, more healthy, I would order from Coco Bay. So pick your vertical and make sure you guys double down on it. And so when they think about that specific vertical, whether it's healthy bubble tea, whether it's tea-based bubble tea, they think of you. Step number 3, know your customers 2026 edition. In my original video, I told you to find neighborhoods with a heavy Asian demographic. Back then, it made sense because only Asians were drinking boba teas. That was solid advice. But in 2026, this has matured and everyone drinks boba now. It is very important to note that your menu should still cater towards the demographic within your area. If you are in an area with a strong Asian community, go even deeper. Oolong milk tea, specialty tea flights, more tea flavored specific options. The location no longer limits your audience, but the flavor profile of your menu needs to match who is actually walking through your doors. Step number 4, location. Everyone talks about location, but this time it is different. The playbook has completely flipped upside down. Forget downtown. Work from home is here to stay. What you want is residential density. High rises, apartment complexes, dense suburban neighborhoods. Now, people aren't driving out to get bubble tea. They're ordering it from their home. Now here's where it gets super exciting. With AI tools like Placer.ai, we can now actually analyze foot traffic, residential density. So then that way you are actually making data-driven decisions. You're not gambling blind. I've actually made a video covering how you can actually utilize these tools to your benefit. Make sure you guys check it out right here. Step number 5, choosing between either a franchise or creating your own brand. The pros of purchasing a franchise is the fact that you're actually buying a brand name. You're buying the systems. You don't need to worry about the menu, the logistics, the demographic, or the location because they do all the work for you. The downfall is that you're actually paying $30,000 to $50,000 for the franchise fee for the entire system, plus you're paying 6 to 8% royalties every single month. In addition to that, you also are forced to purchase the ingredient off of them, which most likely has a premium on top of that as well. Now, speaking from personal experience, when we first started 720, we created the entire system and then created a franchise system to sell to other people. There are pros and there are cons, both of which works. It really depends on your specific skill set. Now, what I'll say is this: in 2026, building up your own brand is more viable than ever because of content creation and the access to tools. Now, if you have found any of this valuable, make sure you guys smash that like button, subscribe along the journey, and let me know in the comments, which vertical would you pick? Drop it below. Step number 6, craft your menu. Guys, once you have picked your vertical, your location, your menu ties everything together. And what I'm gonna be sharing with you is super timely for 2026. These are the non-negotiable. Matcha must be on the menu. It's taking off because people don't want the jitters, the crash that caffeine gives them. The second consumption behavior that has shifted this entire world are health options. Protein specific in your menu is one of the key items. Pair your drinks with snacks to increase your average order value. This way, the same customer would be paying you more dollars. The key here is that everything that you're offering must tie back to your vertical. Consistency in how you show up in your menu is what turns a first-time buyer into a raving fan. Step number 7, systems and operations. Now that you have decided on your menu, you must start creating a system. This is the way that anyone can come into your operation and know exactly how to make that drink taste the same every single time. At our peak in 720 Sweets, we were serving over 100 bubble teas every single hour. We're talking about roughly 2 drinks every minute. When your systems are tight, 2 people can do the job of 4. It is so important that we invest the time in this particular area. Because if you have people that don't share the same values, there's gonna be friction, they're gonna leave, and that's gonna cost you money. And here's the worst part. If there's a bad apple in the mix, it actually poisons all your good apples, all your good staff. That's the reason why you have to hire right. Step number 8, delivery optimization. The consumption behavior has completely shifted. Everyone just orders from DoorDash and UberEats in today's age. Delivery is where this huge chunk of that new demand is going. Your drinks needs to travel well. It needs to have sealed cups, insulated packaging, no leaking whatsoever, because third-party apps reward fast preparation. Now here's the key. View your third-party apps as your friend. Use it as a marketing tool, not as a profit center. And what I always recommend is slip a coupon into every single order, get them into your own funnel. So then that way you can actually skip the 25%, 30% fees after they have been your customer once or twice. Step number 9, startup costs and the buffer you should account for. Now I know this is not the sexy part, but boba shops don't fail because of bad drinks. They fail because cash flow surprises, friends. Equipment, POS systems, cup sealers, ice machine, freezers, tea brewers, blenders, not that much compared to a full restaurant. But these are the things that will cost you if you don't account for it. Now account for more than 2 to 3 months for the non-perishable items. It is very important that we account for the logistics time because shipping delays happen all the time. And the number one mistake that a lot of people make is that they don't have a buffer. Their budgeting is way too tight. When we first started 720 Sweets, we budgeted more than $100,000. 2 weeks in, we were so busy that we needed to spend more than $30,000 on an ice cream upgrade. If we didn't account for that buffer, we wouldn't be able to buy a new machine and we wouldn't be able to actually scale our operations up. Definitely always account for a buffer. So there you go, friends, the 9-step Boba Builder Blueprint. This is a framework on starting a profitable boba tea shop in 2026. Not with luck, not with blind risk, but with data, a clear identity, and tools that can actually help you like a partner. And if you guys have found any value in this video, make sure you guys smash that like button. It helps us a ton. Subscribe along the journey and let me know in the comments which vertical would you pick. And with that, friends, we'll see you in the next video.